has to wear this over 8 hours. This is something. Hello, people. How y'all doing today? This video is very different. I'm not glammed up. I don't have any ring lights. I'm not in makeup. I'm not in clothing. I still have my wristband on, y'all, because I took a bath and all that, but I was so weak, and I still am, that I wasn't able. I haven't taken it off yet, and I don't know when I will. My head is still hurting, so I hope I can get through this video. Virtual learning is today, so if you hear my kids in the background doing what they do, that's them. Cars are passing by because I do stay on the main street, so that noise you hear. I stay on a street with a lot of 18-wheelers pass by, so. Living with Gerd. I'm talking about my diagnosis throughout this vlog of this channel quite a few times, but I never got like full into details. Just briefly saying that, it gives me trouble and whatever and all of that. But back in June, I started having problems pretty much like when we went through the pandemic and we was at home, eating unhealthy. Basically, that's what did it to me. Just eating a lot of the wrong foods, and people used to try to get me to eat healthy and try different things all the time. Like my cousin, she's a fitness coach, and she used to try to encourage me, but I didn't know at the time. I've always had anxiety. I had anxiety since I was 22 years old. That's when I first knew of my anxiety, and it just progressed over the years, and it's worse as ever been right now. Yeah, my head is hurting, so I'm hoping I can get through this video. But I feel like I need to post it just to bring awareness, because Gerd is a form of acid reflux, but I don't know if people know the seriousness of it and all the symptoms and everything that it can do to your body, because it could be damaging and lifelong lasting damages to your body. I'm kind of weak. Yesterday, oh no, I started back to what I was saying, back in June. And it came from me being at home, quarantining, and eating terrible, and my throat started to close up. I couldn't swallow, and that scared me. My eyesight was blurry. I couldn't really see the TV. It just was like real foggy every time I looked. And I was like, something's not right. So I got up and I went to the ER, and my pressure was like through the roof, sky high. And at one time it was like 200 over 100 and something. So y'all know that's like ridiculous. And it was because of the pain in my body from my Gerd, and I was continuing to eat bad because I didn't know what was going on with me. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this, but I'm like out of breath talking to y'all, so I might have to take a break and then just start back up when I get myself together. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm getting like more lightheaded. Okay, I'm back, hopefully for good this time. But just not to let the video be extra long, because I see I'm not gonna be able to go too long in it. Close the window. Yeah, I got diagnosed in June, and it was really bad, like the first 3 months of it. And then I got like on omeprazole, which is a pill that they give you for acid reflux. And I was on blood pressure pills for a while also, and anlonomine, I think it's called, which is the most common blood pressure pill. And my pressure wasn't really the issue. It was because of the pain in my body that was causing my pressure to continue to be high. So once I got that under control, I pretty much stopped taking the blood pressure pill, and I was taking a omeprazole for like 3 months, and the doctor wanted me to get off of it, because although they're good for your situation, they're only temporary to fix the problem, because you don't want to stay on them for too long, because they cause things that can get worse, like they may do liver damage and so on, stuff like that. So I had a diet I had to stick to. I never smoked, I never drank, so that was easy. I had to lose weight, which is, I don't know how big I was when I first started this channel, but I was bigger than I am now, and I was way bigger than when I ever started being any channel. I weighed every bit of 180 pounds. I think now I'm down to 130, if not maybe 130 now. And you know, my height has a lot to do with that. And that was due to me cutting off certain foods. Like, I don't do any fast food, I don't do soul food, I can't have any type of chocolate, tomato-based food like pizza and spaghetti, stuff like that. We can't do onions, really can't do salt, pepper, any citrus, like stuff like that. That's the most common thing. And then the stuff that I can have pretty much leaves me almost like a vegetarian, y'all. But I do have meat. Like, I can have like white chicken breast, skinless, salmon, fish, shrimp, turkey. So those are things that I can do. And headaches and migraines is a part of this, girl. It's just like in the last few days, they're becoming more frequent. And they wasn't like that at first. So my eyelashes is coming off, y'all. Just this video is not going to be perfect at all. It's going to be like me in the raw. Me when I'm going through. Me in the most realest you'll ever see me, probably. I mean, I'm going to be real regardless whether I'm on here with full face of makeup, lights, camera, action. But I mean, like, this is me at my, like, okay. So, like, I cut out all this stuff and I pretty much stick to my diet. And the one time that I didn't and I stepped outside my diet, I got some lightly salted chips because I had a taste for chips so bad because I can't really snack on stuff. Oh my, y'all, it took, oh Lord. And I hate to say the word, but you know, like, I have panic attacks sometimes make me feel like I'm gonna, and I just hate saying that word. And like, it was one of those, and my stomach, I was in so much pain, y'all. I could barely walk or stand, and the ambulance had to come. And I was like, getting at the ambulance because, for one, they took like an hour and a half to come because of the pandemic. I think they had like a lot of COVID cases. It was on the rise here in Memphis around that time. So it took like an hour and a half to come in. They didn't even come. The firemen came first. So I'm thinking it's the ambulance coming through the door and it's the firemen. And they was, you know, I was wondering why they was like so slow at doing and helping me. And the man found was like, well, we're firefighters. We wait on the ambulance. I was like, what? And then when the ambulance came, they was like, they can't even take me to the hospital because the hospitals are full and they are turning people around. Like, it was that serious. That was back like 2 months ago. So if I got myself together pretty much in September, like with the omeprazole I was on, changing my diet and getting a hold of things, I got control over it. I'm not, you know, it still affected me in some ways, but I had control over it. It's nothing like it I've been feeling the last few days. And what made me go to the ER yesterday is because for the last 4 to 5 days, every time I get up and walk, I'm just dizzy. I'm lightheaded. It feels like I'm doing this, but I'm standing still. And I do not want to pass out. I do not want to faint. Although fatigue and dizziness is a part of Gerd also. So you have fatigue, dizziness, migraines, chest pains and stuff like that. All those are symptoms of Gerd, and I was like getting them here and there, but it's become more frequent within the last week. And I noticed that because, to be honest, y'all, I can't really snack on anything, but I was snacking on like almonds and sunflower seeds, all organic, no salt, just raw, right? Because those are pretty much my snacks. And I get like baked chips or whatever. I can't really snack on much. So I could granola bars. Some of us can do, but because the granola bars are made with oil, it does something to me. Some people can't handle it. It's like you have to pick and choose. It's like just pretty much just make sure that you stick to and you know what you can and cannot have, and just try. And if it doesn't trigger you, then you can have that. But if your heart starts to race extra hard, you probably can't have it. If you get chest pains, it's heartburn, you probably shouldn't have it. So if you get migraines, I'm thinking you probably shouldn't have it. And if you get fatigue, I'm thinking you probably shouldn't have it. So I feel like I ate too much almonds and too much sunflower seeds, and then like pretty much I went downhill and started to spiral down from there. So I've been feeling it. And then I noticed like in the last 3 days that every time I would walk, you can't bend with Gerd because it's like the acid is eating the lining of your stomach. You can't do much exercise and you can't walk. Even sex is like a problem because that's physical activity. So you have to be careful even with that. Yeah. So I can't bend and stuff, and I couldn't stand for long periods of time anyway. And then shortness of breath is also a symptom. So it's a lot that come with it. But like I said, I was able to control it. But in the last few days, like everything that I'm saying has been like coming at me at once, and it's like every few minutes, every so many hours within the day, and it's like I'm not getting a break from it. So I'm like, okay, what is going on with me? And then I notice every time I get up to walk, I'm dizzy. I can't function. And then yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm going to get myself checked out. I was like, I had my talks with God, and I was like, God, if it's something I need to do, keep it on my mind. And if it's nothing I need to worry about, take it off my mind, which is something that I say all the time when I begin to worry about something, because I do suffer from anxiety and go into a panic attack, and it can be, a whole nother situation for me. So, he set me down that night, and I didn't go anywhere. So by the morning when I got up, and I was like so dizzy, it was like my head was like doing this, and I was like, oh my God. And I texted my mom, and I was like, to come sit with the kids because my husband is at work. I need to go see y'all. I got to see what's going on with me, because I Google, because baby, I'm a Googling fool. Google is my friend. And it was saying like fatigue can be the cause of something more serious. And I'm like, okay, what's going on with me? So they did an x-ray yesterday. They checked out my vitals. They took blood and everything. And everything turned out normal. Everything turned out fine. But today I'm still dizzy. So I don't know what's going on. I do have a follow-up appointment within the next week and a half that I'm definitely going to keep. And I'm just hoping that I can come to a solution, and that we can try to get a hold back on this thing. Like I'm saying, I would deal with Gerd. Even if I can't, and it's meant for me to have it because this God's doing. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And my health last year really opened my eyes to a lot of things. And new year, new me seems a bit of a cliche, but this year I really want to apply it to my life, because I do want to have a new me in this new year with more healthier decisions. And then eat healthy is a good thing for you, like overall, because I've even changed my diet of my home, like with the different seasoning that I use. I use the no salt alternative. I try to use a lot of Mrs. Dash products with no salt in it. I try to use a lot of herbs like cilantro and oregano and basil leaves and stuff like that, rosemary and stuff like that. I do a lot of sugar-free snacks for the kids and sugar-free juices for the kids. And we do a lot of apple juice, and the orange juice is citrus, and I cannot have. I do try to keep that because, with this corona going on, you need your immune system to go up. I keep my husband a lot of insurance here because he's a working man. He's always at work, like always. So, he needs that for his energy, boost. I can't have any of that. I do like a lot of smoothie type drinks that I would give to my teenager because he don't really like to eat healthy. I keep a lot of granola bars and fruit snacks in the house, and what are those things, breakfast bars and stuff like that. I still do give them like chips and stuff. Sometimes so if I do like regular chips, like hot chips, sour, what they call those, vinegar chips and all that type of stuff, I do still buy those on occasions. But then if I go to the grocery store, I just make that like everything is going to be baked chips. I'm not getting those type of chips this time go around. I may do just to like, just to balance everything out, because I feel like if I was eating that terrible and I'm going through this, then it's no different, because I was eating that terrible, I was feeding them the same way. So just like a little, if y'all want to get more healthier, I highly suggest that you change your diet. Even if it's switching from oil. Like they always say canola oil is better than vegetable, but I've switched to like olive oil because that's healthy. And stuff like that. So, I have my diet and type of food that I can and cannot have, like watermelon. Just to like go down my list, I can eat watermelon, I can eat pears, I can eat bananas, I can have granola. I can't, but no, certain granola bars, breakfast bars, with the strawberry, blueberry in it, strawberries, like I said, turkey, white chicken, shrimp, spinach, greens, just have to be seasoned a certain way. Green beans have to be seasoned a certain way. Sweet potatoes have to be seasoned a certain way. Salmon for the fish. Everything has to be seasoned a certain way. Like no good old season, like with the extras, like we used to do when I grew up. I don't know. I can't do nothing. And I love spaghetti. I love pizza, y'all. And I love ice cream, and I cannot do either. Not even sugar-free ice cream or low-fat ice cream. I can't do it, period. Okay, y'all? So some stuff that people that suffer with acid reflux, they maybe can, but when it comes to me and my situation and just Gerd overall, you cannot. And I've heard some stories and looked up some things and, follow certain groups about Gerd and watch certain videos about Gerd on YouTube just to like further, just for like extra, just like knowing, just further educating myself just on Gerd overall, so because I can't stay and live in a hospital. I can't stay and live at the doctor's office. Like, I need to know some stuff on my own. And so I further educated myself just on GERD and what exactly it is and the symptoms and what I can and cannot have and eat. So if you suffer from GERD, I highly suggest that you just, read up on it. Get to know the symptoms and get to know your body, because it takes over your body. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of being weak and having to stop and pause and being shortness of breath and lightheaded and dizziness and having those tension headaches. It seems like, because I can't even take sinus pills, because with GERD, the only thing you can take is Tylenol. You cannot take aspirin and ibuprofen and naproxen and stuff like that. So you just have to be mindful of your body and pay attention to the signs that something's wrong, because there's a good chance that it is. And get you a PCP, primary care doctor, and keep up with your health and making sure that your vitals is good, and your pressure is probably going to be a main sign that something's going on with your body if your pressure can't stay down. So yeah, I'm kind of shortness of breath now, y'all. I think I done talked enough. And that's just the end of the video. Just take care of yourself. Bye.